Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. I am your host for today's live stream and my name is Connor. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that everybody is enjoying their long weekend over in the US of A. We got a long weekend this weekend, so the markets are a bit slower, but nonetheless we do carry on. This is the Sunday live stream for the week. I was not available yesterday, so we make do with what we got. So we're doing the live stream today. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're just tuning in right now, be sure to smash that like button. But let's not waste any time and get right into today's show. So let's start things off as we always do with our crypto market overview. And looking at the market right now, things have slowed down considerably from the time of Bitcoin's ETF approval last week. We did have 2 full trading days in terms of traditional financial markets where that Bitcoin ETF was live. And we saw a lot of inflows from major institutions such as BlackRock and the like. And we do expect that to continue on over the days to weeks to months to years as the traditional financial sector becomes more educated on cryptocurrency and on what Bitcoin is. Now, the narratives are not over in terms of the ETF as well, because we have the Ethereum ETF now to look forward to that should be getting approved hopefully in Q2 of 2024, so a few months away. And we also have the Bitcoin halving around 3 months away now. So a lot of narratives to juice this market up and to continue to see upside volatility. It will not go straight up. We will go up and down. That's just how markets work. If everything went straight up forever, everybody would be a millionaire, billionaire already, right? There needs to be the big shakeouts to shake out the weak hands, and we are yet to have seen that just yet. So I will be discussing whether or not we're going to see that soon in my eyes, as well as the top altcoins that I'm eyeing in terms of what I already own, as well as what's on my watch list to get my hands on for this bull market, because we are going to get a really, really insane bull market in my lens, and we need to be positioned for it. And that's the whole point of my channel, really. If you guys have noticed over the past few months, all I have been doing is prepping myself as well as each and every one of my loyal viewers and subscribers. Shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. But we've been prepping for the bull run. And until Bitcoin makes that new all-time high, we're not going to get that parabolic move in altcoins. So we do have a lot to look forward to and a lot of time to still prepare. So let's talk about everything right now. Big shout out to Abhinav Shankar saying, Connor, good day, bro. Take a look at Luxo. We'll look at Luxo. And we got Sniff saying that he tattooed OmniFlix on his face when it was 4 cents and now it is 32 cents. Let's take a look at Flix real quick. I know Sniff has been a big proponent of OmniFlix for a long time. Since the dead of the bear market, Sniff has been in the live streams telling everybody to buy OmniFlix. Here it is at 33 cents. If we take a look at the 6-month chart, you know, Sniff down here in September, 3 cents, 4 cents. He was telling us to get in it. It has now gone up 8x. So shout out to Sniff. You're a real one, my friend. I appreciate having you in the live chat here. Nonetheless, looking at this overall market, like I said, Bitcoin relatively quiet. We did peak out at a 48K level, and that, if you guys watched my video from a few days ago, this one here, spot ETF approved, time for a shakeout, right? We had that golden pocket of basically the entire bear market sell-off from low to high. And the golden pocket 61.8 Fibonacci retracement is right here at 48K. We wicked into that. We got rejected and we did sell off back into our previous trading range from $44,000 down to the lows at around 40K. Now on the 4-hour time frame, we do have a new Monday range, a fresh range setting right now. But the main thing we want to see for Bitcoin on the lower time frame here in the 4-hour is a reclaim of our 4-hour 200 EMA. And right now that is at $43,200, this pink line right here. We need to see Bitcoin pop above that, flip it into support, get back above this orange zone, this resistance level, and then we can go ahead and start trending upwards again. But until that happens, we do have to be aware of potential downside risk. And a lot of people are super nervous right now, saying that the sky is falling, that we're crashing, that it's all over, right? We're in a downtrend for a few months now before the halving. And that's certainly in the realm of possibilities. But ideally, what we see right now is we see Bitcoin at least hold sideways which will give room for altcoins. Of course, Ethereum is the largest altcoin, but we want to see altcoins have a bit of a season, a bit of an altcoin season. And in order for that to happen, we need to see Bitcoin hold sideways at the very least. All right, so as you can see, it's pretty obvious the level that we do want to hold here on Bitcoin, and that's these lows at around 40K. All right, if I drop a line here at this lowest wick, that's at $40,150. Okay, so if we do come down into this area, we want to see this hold, we want to see it bounce back up. And we do have this trend line, this previous resistance trend line, which I do expect to act as support if it does get tested at around $39,500. But overall, Bitcoin, it's a holiday weekend, so things are quite slow right now. Don't be forcing anything in the charts, trying to force any action, force any trades. It's simply not a market that is very volatile at the moment. And as a trader, we feast on volatility. And simply put, there just isn't that much volatility right now at the current moment in time. But with that being said, there are a lot of good setups. A lot of coins are setting up for potential huge moves to the upside. And like I said, we at least need Bitcoin to hold sideways for that to happen. Now, if we are going to get an altcoin season, one of the main charts we have to look at is the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart. And if we look at ETH BTC here, it has had a beautiful run up last week, right? It bottomed out basically. We had a sweep lower, and then 4 or 5 straight days of green up into this orange resistance area, as well as this resistance trend line. Okay, so overall, we do want to keep an eye on this chart. We want to make sure ETH BTC holds above this daily 200 EMA. That's at 5.7 million Satoshis, I should say. Nonetheless, we want to see Ethereum hold strong here versus Bitcoin and continue to march higher, and that should give leeway for ETH to pump, ETH betas to pump like Arbitrum, LDO, Ethereum Name Service, Optimism, Maker, right? All the main DeFi coins on Ethereum. We want to see those pump as well. They have been quite bullish over the past few days, but nonetheless, Ethereum versus Bitcoin, a really important chart to keep your eyes on here going forward over the next few days to weeks. And we want to see it continue to push higher here for Ethereum and altcoins to continue to run. Now, a few more charts before I look at the live chat and start answering some questions, so bear with me. Again, if you guys are just tuning in right now, smash that like button. I greatly appreciate your support. Nonetheless, look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. And Bitcoin dominance here in the daily time frame is showing a ton of weakness. All right, and this is what we want to see if we're going to see altcoins have a bit of an altcoin season. We need Bitcoin dominance to drop. All that means is capital is distributing from Bitcoin into altcoins, which will give altcoins pumpamentals, basically. It will give altcoins the juice, the gusto needed to pump. So overall here in the Bitcoin dominance chart, we peaked out at 55.25%. And this is a very obvious head and shoulders on the daily time frame nonetheless, right? The higher the time frame, the more reliable the technical analysis. So we have the head and shoulders, we have that neckline breakdown. And overall, this is looking relatively weak here. All right, so we want to see this continue to sell off, continue to break down. And again, that's just going to give altcoins the juice to go ahead and start pumping. And the dollar as well, right, starting to show some weakness. Sold off hard from the 107 area. Now we're back at the lows, bouncing from these lows, this low support at 100. We do want to see the dollar continue to roll over, continue to go down lower, which would be insanely bullish for cryptocurrency. All right, so overall, the market's not looking horrible after the Bitcoin ETF approval. A lot of people got extremely bearish for no reason, right? They just listen to what everybody is saying. It's like a hive mind. Remember, this market is extremely low IQ as well, right? Most of the market participants, right, they're not very wise. A lot of new people that have not seen a cycle yet before. So a lot of people just are, it's the blind leading the blind out there for the most part. A lot of people don't know where to look. A lot of people don't know what to do. A lot of people can't even pull the trigger on a trade or buying an altcoin without someone telling them it's a good idea. A lot of people just cannot make their own decisions. So that is why it is so important to educate yourself and become your own best resource. That's what I've done. And that's why I make my content, right? So that you guys can learn, so that you don't have to rely on anybody else. You can only rely on yourself. And I'm at that point now, and it's a very freeing feeling, right? Where you don't necessarily care what anybody else has to say, because you can look at the charts, you can look at the data, and you can come to your own conclusions. So I encourage you, if you are newer, this is what you should be striving for. You should strive to become self-sufficient. Of course, you can use other people as, a guide, as a resource if you do like their analysis and whatnot. But nonetheless, most people, like I said, can't make a decision without someone telling them it's a good or bad idea. Okay, so definitely, you're on your own to educate yourself. There's a lot of resources out there to do so, including my channel. But really important to not be dependent. With that being said, let's take a look at the live chat and see what's going on here. So we already looked at OmniFlix. Let's take a look at Luxo LYX, because LYX has been doing good recently. And I've stated many times that, I am bullish on LYX. I do think it will do well. I did think it was going to be a late runner, and compared to a lot of other altcoins, right, it has been a bit of a delayed mover. It's taken a while to start to move now. But nonetheless, congratulations to everybody holding LYX. A really strong recovery here from the lows at $5. It did a 2x from the lows down here in the middle of October. Now, this is the new chart, right? Because the Luxo mainnet is live. There's also LYXE, which is, of course, the original project that's already seen a bull market before. Remember, this coin was trading in the $40 area from pennies, basically, right? It's already had a cycle before. It's already done, 100x plus, 200x. So that's why it doesn't necessarily fit my criteria for an investment to hold this bull run. But with that being said, now the mainnet is live. They actually have a working product, so things are a bit different right now. So is it a good hold? Again, I've said many times, I think it will do good. I just expect my altcoins to outperform is all. All right, so I don't dislike LYX, but again, it doesn't fit my criteria exactly. It's already went through a bull run. But the chart right now is looking extremely bullish. All it needs to do on the daily time frame is flip this daily 200 EMA here, and it can continue to the upside. And I would consider Luxo an Ethereum beta play, right? Because this is a sister network, a sibling network to Ethereum itself. And if Ethereum is going to start to outperform and head above $3,000 here in the relative short term, we can expect LYX to continue in that trajectory as well. And it's already started a new uptrend. All we have here is trend, consolidate. Now we do expect the trend to continue. So LYX is looking good. Shout out to All Day Dre, my man Dre saying, yo, Crypto Empire fam, how we feeling? Feeling good, Dre. It's good to see you. We got Patrick K saying Cubic and OPSEC. So yeah, Cubic has been very quiet. It hasn't really moved too much recently. If we take a look at Live Coin Watch, it's right where it has been for months now, basically. 230 mil market cap, $3,140 per billion Cubic. Now look, I'm expecting Cubic to go into, the 6-figure per billion prices. Right now it's $3,100 per billion. Again, I expect 1 billion Cubic to be trading for $100,000 plus in this bull run. So is it still a good buy right now? I think so. I think it has a lot of room to go up higher. A lot of mixed opinions out there about Cubic. A lot of people saying, oh, it's garbage, it's vaporware. And then you have the people that actually understand what the project is and who's behind it. And we understand that it has the potential to be one of the top performers in this bull run. And I'm in that camp. I do hold a large position in Cubic. It makes up one of the biggest positions in my personal portfolio. So is it still a good price to buy now? I do think it is. Because like I said, I'm expecting this to trade above 100K per billion. And right now it's 3,100. So yeah, relatively low price for where I think it's going. And also OPSEC. This is a new decentralized private network, decentralized storage play, OPSEC. This is a brand new coin. A lot of people sending me direct messages telling me to look into OPSEC recently. I appreciate you guys thinking of me and telling me to look into it. I got several messages from community members telling me, look at OPSEC, look at OPSEC. So let's look at OPSEC here on the live stream. 12 days old, 12 mil market cap. It's been up only. Now, when these on-chain coins, like when we find a winner with an on-chain coin, they don't really give too many significant pullbacks. There's two main examples to look at that I would say for on-chain coins. Actually, we can say three main examples. When an on-chain project is really bullish, we can use Moz on Arbitrum as an example, right? If we look at Moz here, it just slowly grinds up. very little selling, basically all buying. This is an example of a successful on-chain project. We obviously have Ator before the Tor network rejected their nodes. But if we look at Ator for most of its history trading, if we look at Ator again, it's another example of a very bullish on-chain project. The only place you could buy Ator up until recently was Uniswap on Ethereum. And as you see, it's just a slow grind upwards. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs here, higher lows. And then eventually it goes parabolic, and then you do have to sell at some point before a big crash. Right? When the slope starts getting extremely steep, you want to look to be a seller instead of a buyer. Looking at Ator as an example there. But that's one example of a successful on-chain project. And another one is OXO or 0x0, as you hardos always correct me on saying, oh, it's 0x0, not OXO. Look, I know what the coin is called. Anyways, another example of a successful on-chain project. Again, the only place you can buy OXO for the most part is Uniswap. All right, and if you look at this chart, just slow grinds up, pull back, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Right, bit of a sell-off here. Beautiful kind of accumulation cylinder formed here before another leg up. Right, if you guys read Reminiscences of a Stock Operator and you remember the accumulation cylinder, kind of looks like that. Breaks out, same thing, new highs, keeps on going. All right, so OPSEC does have the potential to be one of these successful on-chain coins. I have not bought any OPSEC, but it is something to keep an eye on. It has the narratives. All right, I go to their website and they make me do this. Automatically bearish. Anyways, so cloud security, decentralized servers, private networks, GPUs, right? So all the hot narratives in one basically right now. With OPSEC, could be a potential really big winner. Something to definitely keep on your watch list. Let's see, we got Mega Boost saying, hey Connor, I remember you said you don't think there will be a recession this year due to the election, but what concerns me is that 2008 was an election year too, and there was still a big recession. Look, there's always everything is probabilities. All right, nobody has a crystal ball to say for sure whether or not we're going to get a recession. I believe tomorrow or this week we do have retail sales data coming out, and if that retail sales data is down, that could be a good indicator of the economy really slowing down and us entering into a recessionary period. But nonetheless, I don't think that's going to impact the cryptocurrency market, being that it is the halving year, being that we just got a Bitcoin Spot ETF approved, being that we're already seeing hundreds of millions to billions of dollars flow into that ETF. Yes, Grayscale BTC has done a lot of selling in the first 2 trading days of the ETF, but that's because people were underwater for years and they wanted to exit their position. All right, so we could have a recession year this year, but I don't think that's going to stop the train, the momentum. That is the cryptocurrency bull market. So, if you want to play it on the safe side because there might be a recession, be my guest. But in my opinion, it's riskier to not have exposure to the market than it is to have exposure, right? It's way riskier to have zero exposure to crypto than having a lot of exposure, in my opinion. Because if we do get that bull market, you're going to really, really regret saying, oh, there's going to be a recession. I'm so scared, if that makes sense. Shout out to Ladgerdoodle. Mike B says he's got a stomach virus, but he's still here for the live stream. I love the dedication, Mike B. I'm also not feeling 100% right now, but we have to carry on no matter what. Shout out to Adrian Kent, ES, saying good morning. What are we thinking about Polytrade? So Polytrade is another real-world asset project that is bullish. This is an objectively bullish project. Let's get the correct contract address. Now, my main real-world asset project is Relio and the Rio network. But Polytrade here at a 30 mil market cap is very enticing. It has had a very good past few months. If we look at this 3-month chart, went from 8 cents to 94 cents, right? Over an 11x for Polytrade in the past 3 months alone. But it's still a small market cap at 30 mil. And again, right, when an on-chain coin is bullish, this is what it looks like. When it's an actual project that has fundamentals and not a meme coin, trend, consolidate, typically the trend does continue with a breakout higher. Okay, so Polytrade, good real world asset project. I know they have some good fundamental catalysts going on, like their market launching and the likes. So this could be a really good hold for the bull run if you want real world asset exposure to that narrative. Sniff says, I'm farming tons of cryptos. My airdrops are going to be insane. We'll sell them all for more Bitcoin. Awesome, Sniff. And yeah, so if you guys have smaller portfolios, I mean, really, there's no excuse not to be farming airdrops. It's free money. You just have to put in a little bit of elbow grease and work to get them. But yeah, you guys know, if you've been subscribed to the channel, you know, we've hunted a ton of airdrops right here on the channel. And shout out to Ape NFT, one of the Crypto Empire community members. He's been in the Discord for a while now, like a year or so. And he's really stepped up to the plate with his airdrop content in the Discord group. If we take a look here, he has his own dedicated channel now where he's just posting alpha after alpha after alpha in regards to airdrops. So yeah, airdrop farming, it's something that everybody, unless you're like a multimillionaire already and you just don't care, it's free money. You can make tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars if you're using multiple wallets for airdrops. So good on you, Sniff. Keep on farming. Adrian asked me to look at XAI. So XAI, gaming project on Arbitrum, they had a node sale a few weeks ago around Christmas time where you can buy their nodes for like 1 Ethereum. I'm not sure how much they're trading for now, but the token also recently went live. And if we look at this token, it went live on this 9th of January at 60 cents. It's now trading for 90 cents. And I actually have a good friend who longed this on 20x leverage, and he is up a boatload right now. He sends me screenshots like every few hours on the trade. Anyways, XAI is looking really good. Would I buy it now at a 250 mil market cap after such a violent pump? I would be cautious to be entering into something like this now. Right? Maybe you wait for a pullback to these levels at around 75 cents. That would make a lot more sense for an entry. But yeah, this is a solid gaming project on Arbitrum. It's new, it's shiny, it's got a lot of hype behind it, which is everything that you look for a good investment in the crypto market. Let's see, we got Matt Wilcox. Shout out to Matt Wilcox. He says, always appreciate the live streams. Any thoughts on Pith as an Oracle competitor to Chainlink? So Pith is on Solana, and it's an Oracle project. It's brand new. Which chart do I have marked up already? Is it this one? All right, whatever. I have one chart already marked up with a lot of horizontal levels and zones, but I'm not sure which chart that exchange is on. Anyways, Pith right now, coming out of a lake, right? That's a very good sign over here. And it flipped all the 4-hour EMAs as well, so this looks very similar. This chart looks extremely similar to JTO Jito. If I pull it up side by side, I can show you what I mean. If you look at JTO Jito and Pith, right, very similar kind of new projects on Solana. These charts almost look identical in the sense that they have a hard sell-off, V recovery. It's the same exact chart basically. So in terms of Pith as a Chainlink Oracle competitor, it does have the potential to pump harder because it's a lower market cap and a newer project, right? A lot less dilution, a lot less bag holders than Chainlink. So in that sense, it could have a good run in this bull market. And it just put in the low at 22 cents, right? So there's a chance that's like the cycle bottom. There's a chance that this is the bull market or the bear market cycle bottom for Pith at 22 cents. And it's not even 2x from there. So if that is the case, then this is the time where you want to be taking a position into it, especially if you get a pullback into the 20-cent area again. Right? Because listen, if we're going to get a bull market this year, we do not have a lot of time before these coins really start to move and take off. Look at Sniff and his OmniFlix trade, right? For months and months and months, basically almost probably over a year, Sniff was here in my live stream saying buy OmniFlix at 2.34 cents. Now it's 33 cents. Will it come back to 4 cents? I highly doubt it. Right? So we don't have a lot of time now before these projects really start to take off. We are in it, right? This is the live game. Training is over, folks. This is the real thing. This is the moment where you cannot blow this opportunity, right? It's here. It's literally here. You've waited so long for this. You waited the entire bear market. It's here. We do not have a lot of time at all. So like I said, if we're going to get a bull run this year or a parabolic altcoin season, this is the time where altcoins are going to be putting in lows, especially new ones like this on Pith. Let's go back to full screen. Looks just like JTO as I just saw. JTO, another one in an uptrend. But I mean, yeah, trades below the open price that it opened on exchanges in November. Beautiful deviation. Reclaim, trend, consolidate. So you would expect the trend to continue higher on Pith. Let's see, MB. Hey Connor, if you still hold 10 to 30% of your portfolio in Bitcoin, when would you swap them for altcoins? Good question. So I mean, you can try to time Bitcoin dominance perfectly. Right, and that would have been over here in January, a few days ago, like 5 days ago on January 10th. Now, a lot of people are in the camp that say, oh, Bitcoin dominance is going to go up here and fill this circle at 60%. So if that's the case, like I don't hold any Bitcoin right now. I'm all in altcoins because I simply think altcoins are going to really outperform Bitcoin and ETH, especially my altcoins that I'm holding. So with that being said, if you want to hold your Bitcoin for 60% and then sell them all there for alts, you can do that. That is dangerous because what if this head and shoulders plays out on the daily time frame and we see Bitcoin dominance head back down here to the 40% levels, 30% levels? Well, guess what? Altcoins would have gone parabolic and you would have missed the boat completely. So I would say I would start scaling into your top altcoins with your Bitcoin, right? You don't have to go all in at once. But I would start distributing that Bitcoin into altcoins if I was holding a lot of Bitcoin and wanted altcoins. See, Jacob Money, what's your highest conviction altcoin for this upcoming bull cycle? Mine is Caspa. Yeah, Caspa is at the top of my list as well. I like Caspa a lot. I do hold a big position in Caspa. Sold a lot of my Ethereum, a lot of my other coins for Caspa a few months ago, and I managed to catch basically this move here. I mean, to current price, 126%. So Caspa is definitely at the top of that list. We also have projects like, I'm very confident to say Render will do well. I'm confident to say that BitTense or Tau will do well. Tau right now showing some weakness. The new subnet token scaring some people off. I did recently redistribute a lot of my Tau profits into another altcoin. Much lower market cap altcoin that focuses on interoperability. We'll see how that trade works out, but a bit of a compounding play. Because again, I caught like a 4, 5, 6x on Tau. It was my largest position by a huge margin. So I simply redistributed some profits, and it's still one of my largest positions, but I sold a good chunk of it for another altcoin. Nakamoto Games, you guys know this is my top gaming project. right now in a buy zone at $1.50. So if you were waiting, you know, this is a good time to start placing your bids and getting a position. First got into Naka over here at around 86, 85 cents. So I have no problem buying it up here and increasing my average entry price. I still think this has the potential to go to, say, a $10 billion market cap, which would be a three-figure Nakamoto Games, $100 per token possible. And even on the conservative side, I can see it going to, say, $30 to $50, which you do the math, right? That's still an insane multiple on your money. But yeah, that should answer your questions with a few of my top altcoins for this cycle. Real quick. So ZZat says, good day, mate. Any thoughts on OTK Octo Games? Good question, my friend. So that's a project that I covered over here 3 weeks ago. As you can see, Octo is on the thumbnail. Best 3 crypto games to buy in Solana. And another example of why you guys need to be subscribed to the channel with Octo Games. Because at the time of that video, it was down here at around 1.7 cents, and now it's 5.4 cents. So yeah, I think Octo Games is one of the best gaming coins on Solana. I explained my thesis for that in this video 3 weeks ago. I encourage you to watch it. And I mean, it's multiplied 3x from the time of that recording as well. So another example of how we are early to trends here at Crypto Empire. You know, you can go watch the channels that talk about the same Dino coins over and over and over again. Oh my God, Quant, it's the best coin. You need to own it. Oh my God, HBAR, XRP, XLM. Right, go watch those channels. But if you want to catch the trends early, you got to subscribe to channels like Crypto Empire. And I'm not the only one that does this, right? There's a lot of good stuff on YouTube nowadays, but it is mostly garbage. Anyways, yeah, Octo Games, we're bullish on it. Let's see, Topi Will says, good to have you on a Monday, Connor. What's your thoughts on Link and Big Time? Because I think Big Time is about to make a move. So Chainlink's been slow. Chainlink has been extremely slow as of late. Pumping right now. Playing some catch up. Came right into this zone we've had shaded. So again, if the market is going to stay bullish here, by the way, beautiful 12-hour chart, right into a demand zone and right into that 12-hour 200 EMA, held it as support, double bottom. So this does look pretty good. Continuous higher lows. Now we have a higher high, bullish break of market structure. So Chainlink chart is starting to look pretty good. And as well, beautiful taps off the daily 100 simple moving average. Right in demand as well. So a lot of confluence on support here. So simply what we want to see for Link is what we have seen from September. We have trend, consolidate, trend, consolidate, trend. Now we've been in a massive multi-month consolidation since mid-November, right? So we want to see this breakout of this consolidation and continue to trend higher on Chainlink. And we'll see if we do get that breakout. And then we'll look at Big Time, but INJ looks very similar to Link right now. We are long currently on INJ in the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. At least I am, and anybody who's following my trade. Average entry is around $38 to $37 here, and right now we're at 39. So this looks very similar to Chainlink, is why I'm bringing it up. And again, trend, consolidate here, multi-month consolidation. We want to see this break out and make new all-time highs on INJ. It's been bouncing perfectly off the 4-hour 200 EMA. As you can see, 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce. So we want to see a breakout here, or we will go busto on this trade. Now, Big Time. So Big Time on the 4-hour looks really good. Another one. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Trying to break out and make a higher high, which would be really bullish for the chart. And on the daily time frame, if we take a fib from the swing high down to the origin of this move, so right to the 88.6 on the T, as we can see. So this is a reversal pattern. This is a reversal. There is the chance it does. Some are going to say that this is a double bottom, but there is a chance that it rolls over again and double bottom sweeps this low and then pumps. So if you do see a scenario like that, if we do get a sell-off and you see big time go for a double bottom here, that would be an ultimate long entry. And not financial advice, but I would look to margin a lot of my account and try and catch that move. Don't do this one at home, folks. You got to know what you're doing, for professionals only. But anyways, yeah, big time looks decent. Really big sell-off. Let's check the percent on this sell-off. 75%. Now starting to make some higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, this looks good as well. And big time as a gaming project is bullish, right? Another really solid new gaming project, has the backing of all the big dogs in the industry. So you cannot knock it. And the lower time frames are starting to shape up as well. Now another active trade that I'm currently in is Filecoin. This one's been painful. It's been painfully slow. As you can see, our entry was down here below $5.70, right? The instructions were to ladder entries from 578 to 540. And as you can see, that was like the perfect entry zone. We got an initial pump, pullback, holding this 4-hour 200 EMA as support. But this one has been painfully slow. But I did take the trade based on the daily and weekly time frames. If you look at the daily here, right, daily tap of $5, multiple sweeps, and the weekly as well. Right, look at this weekly. So yeah, we took this trade based off of the higher time frame, so it is going to take longer to play out. But it has been painfully, brutally slow. We'll see how Filecoin does go. In reality, all I had to do is long Ethereum name service. Right? All we had to do was long Ethereum name service down here when it was like $14 to $11 and just hold that. And we didn't have to trade anything else. Same thing, Ethereum Classic, right? If we just, all we'd have to do is buy it down here at say $20, $19 and hold it. And you catch a 50%, 100% move. If you catch that on leverage, that is that's a huge win. So there's so many opportunities, so many ways to make money. My spot bags are set. I'm actively trading the market. But right now, for the most part, you just need patience. You need patience to see these moves through, especially with your spot bags. Now, getting into some more altcoins that are worth a position, or at least starting to really start to watch and scope out and watch like a hawk. Lithium is one that a lot of people have brought to my attention here on live streams over the past few weeks. Everybody who watches the streams, you guys know that Lithium is a coin that I get asked about a lot. It's a coin we talk about a lot here in the stream. It went from 90 cents to 260 in less than a week or so. But nonetheless, the market cap of ALPH is still quite low. So this is certainly a gem to at least have on your watch list. Lithium. Proof of work, layer 1, new tech, 160 mil market cap. So again, a lot of these really good altcoins are sitting at like the 150 to 300 mil region in market cap. And I expect them to go to the billions. So right now, is it a good entry? Well, if you think it's going to go into the billions of dollars in market cap, then yeah, 160 mil is good. Yes, it pumped from 90 cents to 240 in a week. But relatively speaking, it has a lot to go. And this is a proof of work coin. And in my opinion, proof of work projects, when they start to pump, they march to a different beat. What do I mean by that? And by the way, this is its previous all-time high at $2. It's now flipping it. So it's just getting started, this run. So if you want to get in, I would say that the train is going to leave soon. And it is worth holding a position in my eyes. But like I said, proof of work coins, they march to a different beat. Caspa is a great example. Right, on this weekly time frame chart, when it gets going, it goes. Another good example of a proof of work coin marching to its own beat is Kadena KDA. Now, I don't think Kadena is a good buy anymore because it already had a crazy run last cycle. But nonetheless, this is an example of what happens when one of these proof of work coins really starts to get going. Slow rise up, breakout, consolidate for 5 weeks, explosive breakout, 1 week consolidation, parabolic blow off top. Okay, so if you look at Ethereum right now on the weekly, sorry it's so loud, there's an airplane right now. Anyways, looking at Ethereum, this weekly chart looks insane. This weekly chart looks absolutely insane. And it's at the start of a bull run. All right, at 160 mil market cap. And just for reference, Kadena, if we look at its market cap peak, I guess we can't look at the market cap peak. Okay, there we go. So it peaked out at $3.9 billion. Call it $4 billion if we round up. Ethereum is at 160 mil. So, it's got at least say like a 20, 30x in it on the safe conservative side. Same thing with Tectum. I would put Coinos in that category as well. Coinos on the weekly, Tectum as well. Again, Tectum is a project that we got into in Crypto Empire around $10 and recently hit 46, so a clean 4.5x there. But if you look at the market cap of Tectum, it's another one where it's like, okay, if this is going to go into the billions of dollars in market cap, then it's a good buy. It's still a good buy. We can get this to load up. $232 million market cap right now for Tectum. Right, so if it's going to go to say 4 billion like Kadena did, just as an example, that's still like a 20x. And again, we're already up, say, 4x on it, 3.5x to current price. So, you do the math from entry. In fact, I'll do the math for you on stream. Okay, so if Tectum goes to a $4 billion market cap, it would be $543 per coin. And let's see. Say average entry at $10. So 540, it's a 50x from entry. 54x. If you got in at $10 like me and the Crypto Empire community. So if that happens, that's not a bad return there, huh? You put $2,000 in, that can turn into over 6 figures. You put $5,000 in, that's $300K. That's a new house basically. So all you need is a few of these little altcoin asymmetric bets to work out for you, and you can see how game changing it is. And the entry is so important. That $10 entry on Tectum is gone. That $1 entry on Ethereum is gone. Router protocol, that $3 entry, my original entry was $2.87. Right, that's gone. Right, I do not expect it to come back down to my first buy price at $2.80. right? So the entry is so crucial and so important if you want to catch a 100x, because after the first 2x, a 100x turns to a 50x. Then after the next 2x, a 50x turns into a 25x. Right? So if you're dreaming of catching 100x's, a lot of the opportunities for those amazing entries to get them have already passed, which is why you need to be tapped into the market. And, with a lot of my entries, I think I am positioned to see upwards of that 100x, but I don't even need it. If it goes 50x, I mean, I'll be laughing all the way to the bank. So entry is so important, is the point I'm trying to make here. Anyways, let me get back to these questions in the live chat. If you guys are enjoying the live stream so far, be sure to let me know by smashing that like button down below. ADPSG says, how can I buy Cubic in the USA? So, you buy Cubic in the USA just as if you would anywhere else in the world. You go to Safe Trade or Trade Ogre. As you see, those are the exchange listed on CoinGecko. I use Safe Trade. You send in USDT, and you can either set a limit order or a buy order, and you buy Cubic. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. There's no restriction. YT says, thoughts on Myro after listing on Coinbase? Let's check out the Myro chart. 137 mil market cap, listed on Coinbase, in a parabolic move. Again, like I said earlier in the stream, this market is driven by, it's very low IQ stuff, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this keep on going. You do have a huge selling day, right? You haven't seen this big of a selling day ever on the chart here for Myro. So clearly, I don't know when that Coinbase listing was, but if it was yesterday, I doubt it. That was a weekend. But yeah, it looks like there's been a lot of selling in the past day. Huge selling volume as well. So maybe some distribution taking place. I wouldn't buy it right now personally. I think the ship has sailed. Again, the entry is so important. If you would have bought this, say, on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve at 2 cents, it would be a different story. But right now, it just doesn't really make sense to me for an entry. MB says, Connor, appreciate you, bro. In your opinion, what's the perfect portfolio allocation based on narratives for the highest return? Thank you. So MB, it totally depends on you and your goals in terms of the perfect portfolio allocation, right? Everybody is different. Everybody is starting with a different amount, and everybody has a different goal in terms of the number that they would be happy with to pull out of the market at the end of the bull run or at any point in the bull run when that number is hit. Again, you cannot be greedy here. You cannot mess this up, and you cannot not take profits. If you hit your number at any course of this bull market, it would be a very wise thing to sell everything and get out, right? If you turn, say 100,000 into several $1 million, and you hit your goal, and you stay in and you stay greedy, you probably will get waxed out and give back all your profits. So yeah, you got to take your profits. Anyways, back to the question. What's the perfect portfolio allocation percent based on narratives? So I wouldn't really allocate it based on narratives alone. I mean, my two biggest narratives are gaming and AI, as well as like the layer 1 interoperability scene. I'm heavily allocated to that right now. But I would say if your goal is to go after huge gains, right? Say like 30, 50x, maybe even pushing 100x, you need to be in the low caps. The coins, like we've talked about, that are in that, say, 100 mil, 150 mil market cap region. Cubic still at 230 mil is good. Change Finance. Let's take a look at Change. What's this at? Change Finance, 57 mil market cap. All right, so that's very decent. Coinos, it's at like a 40 mil market cap. Yeah, 40 mil, 38 mil. Router protocol. Router protocol at 100 mil market cap. Right, that's a juicy sweet spot if you ask me. If it's going to go to 5, 10 bill, you're looking at a 50x to a 100x. So yeah, based off of narratives alone, I wouldn't necessarily do that. I would say go heavy. If you want to catch huge multiples and really grow your portfolio, the best strategy is to go really heavy with your capital into your highest conviction projects. And if you're after huge growth, well, then you need to focus on the projects that have a lower market cap, that don't already have, say, a $400, $500 billion plus market cap, $1 million market cap, right? You want to go after the smaller caps with size, and that's how you're going to really, really see exponential growth in your portfolio. If that makes sense and answers your question, I hope it does. Nibla says, Hello Labs will announce streaming today, Amazon Prime or Netflix. So yeah, Hello is bullish in terms of an entertainment gaming project. You can't knock it. 16 cents right now, 85 mil market cap. So it has gone up quite a bit, but still a relative good price with where it can go this run. Gore Warga says, Spooky Z ? So I do hold a risk-free position in Spooky Z. Right, again, I was the person who let you know about Spooky Z over here at 1.5 cents, and it went up to 23 cents. So a huge multiple there. So I do still hold a risk-free position in this project, but I will let you guys know, full transparency, my video I had on my channel, the maker of DayZ, Bohemia Interactive, they actually hit me with a copyright strike. That was my first ever copyright strike I've ever gotten on my channel. So they took the video down. That's why you don't see it on my channel anymore. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. But Spooky Z, they're still running the DayZ server, no problem. And like I said, I do still hold a risk-free position in it. I've already taken significant profits. I'm still holding a bag, but yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen going forward with it. I hope they continue to build and develop, because the market cap is so tiny right now that it could end up, continuing to be a winner. But it's already given me and anybody else who got in super low, it's already given us an amazing return already. So, we can't cry over spilt milk. And but yeah, they I guess they didn't like me talking about Spooky Z, the DayZ game makers. I don't know. Mega Boo, would you say Change still has a 5 billion market cap potential? I think so. I think Change still does have that potential. It's possible. PT Minato, aka the fourth Hokage, says, what is going on with Spooky Z? I think it just answered your question there. Shout out to the fourth Hokage, Minato, and Kushina as well if you're watching this. Shout out to Sniff with a 199 super chat. Sniff saying, you got Mora? I got in at 0.008, not sure about it. So Mora is not something I'm currently holding. It's not something I am currently holding. I may or may not have gotten into it at 0.003 and already taken profits. But we'll talk about that another time. But anyways, no, I'm not holding any Mora. It is a little sketchy, right? They say they're partnered with Myria and some other projects, but I'm pretty sure they did like a total rebrand from a different project. And, they have a buy-sell tax, which I don't really love. I'm not sure that it's exactly play to earn. This might just be more of a governance token, the Mora Games token. So yeah, I'm not sure about it either, Sniff. But we'll see. It does have potential to do well, right? They say they're partnered with GameSwift and Myria, which are two big, gaming blockchain networks. But yeah, it's not at the top of my list for a gaming project, Mora Games. Anyways, Thank you for that super chat, Sniff. I appreciate you. Let me keep on catching up with these questions. We got a lot of questions in today's live chat. Be sure to smash that like button if you guys are enjoying the live stream. Sanjeev says, Cubic is a scam and so is SMH. I mean, there's a lot of mixed opinions with all crypto projects. Do I think that Cubic is a scam? No, I don't. Do I think that Space Mesh is a scam? I don't, personally. People said Bitcoin was a scam for the first few years of its inception, up until a few days ago when the ETF got approved, right? I'm friends with somebody who used to work at BlackRock, and he was saying all last year, there's no chance that BlackRock approves a Bitcoin ETF. It's never going to happen. Crypto's a scam. Bitcoin's a scam. And guess what? They approve it and the price keeps going up. So everybody is entitled to their own opinion. But I disagree with you, Sanjeev. I don't think that Cubic or Space Mesh at that are scams. I think they are just projects just like anything else on the market. You can buy them, you can sell them. This market is all speculation anyway, right? So how is XRP or HBAR, where the private investors just dumped on the market for years? Are you going to call those scams too? Or so you can't just say, oh, this is a scam and then not prove why. Please provide some evidence or proof. Anyways, moving on. Geodex, what's your opinion on Solidus AI Tech? They have a launch on their Launchpad tomorrow for DChat. So let me make something very clear right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's always going to be a new hot AI coin, a new hot AI altcoin. Now look, AI Tech has been on a ripper. You cannot deny that. I'm pretty sure this is being pushed super hard in people's private communities, right? People's Patreons and stuff like that. And all these buys are just a hive effect of a bunch of people buying in and not a lot of sellers, right? Is this a new groundbreaking AI project that's going to totally change the game and be the best launch pad ever? I mean, I don't think so. Maybe they will have a few good launches. Would I buy this now personally? It's still a low market cap at 22 mil. I just think there's too many better options. I would rather add to my already existing bags. Like I just said, I think the best way to really experience exponential growth in your portfolio, let me go full screen so you guys can see my face clearly. The best way to grow your portfolio exponentially is to go heavy into your highest conviction picks. And if you want to see explosive growth, large multiples, you need to focus on the low caps. All right, so is buying Solidus AI Tech right now compared to adding to one of my already existing bags a good idea? Maybe this can outperform it, but I would rather go heavy. I would rather not bet the entire farm, but bet a large position, a large allocation into a few picks that I think are going to really multiply than trying to go after every new altcoin that's being talked about, because there's going to be a new altcoin being talked about every single week. Let me jump back into the computer here. For example, what about ChainGPT? This was supposed to be the best AI launchpad ever. Now there's Solidus AI Tech. Next week there's going to be a new one. Now I'm not knocking on Solidus, but nonetheless, right? The narrative, the project, what it is, like if you didn't get in super early, I wouldn't touch it personally. Right? ChainGPT is supposed to be the best AI launchpad. Now there's another one. Next week there's going to be another one, and the week after that there's going to be 5 more. So be very careful. Be super, super careful. For example, RWN, Rowan Energy, or Rowan Coin. So little bit of a backstory. Listen, I've been around the block. I've done a lot of things in my life, right? I'm 26 years old. I'm turning 27 in a month. But I've done a lot of things. We just got a super chat. Let's see what's going on. We got a super chat from DJ Stanley. Says, hey, Connor, do you think Tau Coin and Cubic has the potential to hit 20x plus by the end of the bull run. Much love, bro. Well, DJ Stanley, thank you for that super chat. And do I think that Tau Coin and Cubic have the potential to 20x? Yes. Yes, I do. I think, let's pull up our handy calculator. Cubic right now, Tau is at 220. 4,400, very possible. And, coin to $20 and then Cubic to $60,000 per billion. They're possible for sure. Anyways, thank you for that super chat. Back to what I was saying. Rowan Coin, Rowan Energy. Now, I sold solar door to door for a bit, and there's a lot of shady stuff that goes on in the solar industry. And, Rowan Energy is basically, it reminds me of like some kind of solar scheme where you get this smart miner attached to your house and then you sell the coin. And also there's been a lot of FUD, call it FUD or call it truth. Basically, people have been digging into this project. And let's see if we can show you what I'm talking about. So a lot of people are really bullish on this coin. It's being really shilled hard by this guy, Dread Bongo. He was an early Tau OG. And basically the only people buying it are like just, again, people that can't make their own decision, people that need an influencer to tell them it's a good project. Anyways, yeah, there's a lot of FUD going on. I would rather keep on adding to the coins that I'm very confident in than go after new stuff that is, being talked about all the time by a small group of people with a lot of influence. Right? I've been doing this for too long to get suckered into the traps, basically. And nobody's immune to the traps. You can still fall into the traps, even if you've been in this industry for like 7 years like I have. But yeah, I've just seen too much for me to be like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. You mine the coin with solar energy attached to your house. Like, I think there's too many better options in the market out there to go into something like this. Niraj asking about B-Bank. Shout out to Scorch. Shout out to Scorch888 saying, hey lads, hope you all have trained today. Very good point, Scorch. Everybody should have trained today, especially if you're a man. You have no excuse not to be training every single day, getting better, pushing yourself, challenging yourself, training, forging your brotherhood, etc. Shout out to Scorch888, my man. Good to see you here in the live chat. Anyways, let me get back to these questions. Ash OG, we already spoke about Ethereum. We already spoke about that. What else is going on in this live chat? We got a question about Avalanche AVAX. We'll take a look at the AVAX chart. AVAX, let's see. It looks decent on the 4-hour. It looks a little bit weak. If it cannot reclaim your 4-hour 200 EMA, it is lights out. Very narrow Monday range at that. I wouldn't be surprised to see some shenanigans of a sweep down here at 31. And then maybe a continued move up. So if you're going to try and trade this, be careful, knowing that there's a lot of liquidity resting down here, and there's a chance it does get... The market makers do go after it. All right, so all these lows are key. So be careful on that. But again, you need to reclaim your 4-hour 200 in order for this to push up higher. And right now, it is struggling a bit. And this INJ trade, I've been holding this one for what seems like way too long. One coin that I'm looking at right now is Mask. Mask is looking really good to me. This is one of those trades that could just be an absolutely insane winner. So if you look at this, there really is no resistance. You have this one level over here at $7, and then there really is nothing until over here, like $9-10. Right now you're at 370, and you know this on the daily. This on the daily is looking like it's going to explode. Why do I say that? Well, you have your bottoming out period from August to October. Remember, October 20th, October 21st, the entire market pumped on that day, right? That was the equivalent of January 1st, 2023, where the entire market pumped higher, and it just never really went back to those prices, except for a few alts. But Mask, right, you have this bottoming out period. You have your reclaim of the daily 200. Now it's just chopping and slopping. It's going to eventually take off, and it will go parabolic, in my opinion. So for any degens out there that have a lot of margin in their account and can just hold a long indefinitely, you know, this could be a long where you just hold it, not worried about any liquidation price. Maybe you put a stop loss 25%, which is a lot. But I would realistically be targeting $7 and then $9 for Mask. And if you get that $9 target, this is 146%. And even just spot for a spot trade, this is fantastic. But yeah, Mask network, decentralized private infrastructure, has all the narratives going for it. Chart looks really, really good here on Mask. Targeting these levels over here. 850 to 9. Right, this is starting to really shape up and really look bullish. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on Mask. And I'll leave this trade on the chart. Let's see. Thoughts on RVF this bull run or Quant? So if you can only hold one of those two, RVF or Quant, it would be RVF all day. I am biased. I do already hold Rocket X RVF. And if you compare the market caps of the two, Quant already at above $1 billion, RVF at 60 million, right? RVF most likely 70 million. RVF most likely will go to that multi-billion-dollar market cap range, which is why I do hold it. So yeah, RVF all day over Quant, no questions asked. I don't think Quant is worth a hold this run. It was worth a hold last bull run for sure. I think there's just too many better projects now that are newer, haven't experienced a bull run yet, that are going to outperform it. You have a lot of low IQ crypto YouTubers telling you that Quant should be your number one hold. I just laugh whenever I see that garbage, because it is complete garbage. So yeah, RVF all day. Sean Z says, much love Connor for route. Went in hard and heavy under $4. Recently sold half the position above $8. Now just holding a free moon bag. Thanks again for all your hard work. Sean Z, my man, great job. You know, you took your profits, you realized your initial. Amazing stuff. And now you have a free moon bag of router protocol. And if you went hard and heavy, well then, you know, that free moon bag is going to be a considerable position as well. So that's how you play the game. That's one strategy, right? You can take your profits after a 2-3x, leave the moon bag, and then use that capital to go into another project. After you 2x it, you sell another free moon bag, and you have more free house money basically to go into the next one. And you just keep on rinsing and repeating, and you can build a portfolio of free coins just by doing this strategy. So, you know, that's a viable option, and it can work extremely well. Just keep on rotating, taking profits, and leaving your moon bags. Shout out to RB Got Motion saying, yo boys, what's going on, RB, my man? Good to see you. Scorch888 saying, hey lads, what's going on, Scorch? Tony Pacino, I like your last name. Tony Pacino says, thanks for giving us gems. No problem, Tony, my man. RB Got Motion asking about AGI Delicium. Well, Here it is, already open. I already had a tab open. I was already going to talk about it this stream. Delicium AGI. 4.3 cents at a $25 million market cap. Has a lot of narratives going for it from AI, metaverse. Basically AI and metaverse. Some gaming ties as well. Now, we first spoke about Delicium on the channel over a month ago. This video here, best 5 gaming coins. Delicium was one of those projects we spoke about. Now, at that time, AGI, if we take a look at the Delicium chart, at that time, Delicium was still over here, right? It was still around, say, 3 cents, 2.9, 3 cents. It then exploded up to 8.7, a lot of profit taking at this level, and it's pulled back, and it's now on this support. So if there was a time to enter, if there was a time to buy Delicium AGI, now obviously that time would have been when I first talked about it here in the channel when it was, say, 2.83 cents. But now the second best time is right now. You have a breakout, you have a retest of higher time frame support. It's holding, you have buyers stepping in. This is your entry if you want AGI. Very simple. New project as well. If you look at this, it only launched in April of this year. Right, it went live April 11th of last year. Sorry, it's a new year, 2024. Anyways, this is a new coin. It has not seen a bull run yet. It launched in the bear market. It's been selling off down only, now starting to uptrend again. It's time to pay attention to AGI. Another low cap gem at a 25 mil market cap that I think it's worth to at least have on your watch list right now. And if you want to take a position, this is the time. This is the time to take a position in AGI Delicium. If you can read charts, you understand what I'm talking about. If you have no idea how to read any charts, well, you can see on my screen and you can hear the words coming out of my mouth. Obviously it's not financial advice, but again, if you guys know how to read charts on your own, you understand how bullish this AGI chart actually is right now. Breakout, retest, call it a bump and run. It looks good to go. See it break this channel. It can move quick. Mike B says, space hasn't moved. Does it make sense to sell space and add to current TET position? That's dangerous, Mike B. Because as you know, I mean, you've been in crypto for a long time as well. As you know, the second you go to sell, the second you sell your position is when it actually does start to move. Now, I'm going to assume, because I know you're in the Discord and I know you pay attention to what I put out in that Discord group. So I'm going to assume that, you got in space when I first put out the buy alert at around, say, $10 over here in September. Right? And then it dropped to around $7, and then nonetheless, it pumped all the way up to 35, which is a 3.5x. But if you did take your entry at, say, $10, and you're already up at 2x, if you want to take the profits and move on to another coin, it's an option for you. But again, it's very dangerous because it's almost as if the market knows that when you sell, it's going to pump. Okay, so be careful about that. Is Tectum more bullish? I think they're very similar. Yes, Tectum does have its soft note, a little fundamentally different. But they are very, very similar projects, similar narratives. And I think space will run, right? The chart doesn't look bad at all. I mean, the chart actually looks really, really bullish, right? You have, again, a breakout, and you're retesting the support, which was previous all-time high resistance. It doesn't look bad, right? Just because it's taken a while, good things take time. A watched pot never boils, so I would hold it. But hey, if you want to sell for TET, that's an option. But the thing is, if space was to hit TET's market cap, right? Space has a 44 mil market cap. TET has 230 mil. So, you're looking at a 5-6x on space just to match TET. it's risky to do something like that. Let's see. RB Got Motion says Cetify is a crazy buy at the moment. So Cetify has a lot of big project incubation pre-sales coming up. And right now it's at 340. Another, example. Trend, consolidate, pump, trend, consolidate, pump, consolidate. Right? You want to see it break out and start to trend again. But yeah, Cetify on support. Wouldn't necessarily expect this to break down right now, but if it does, I would be looking at first $3 to act as support over here. But yeah, Cetify, good coin, good project. We like it. Oh, there you go, Mike B. I didn't even see your next comment. You said, got into space same time as you with smaller initial position sizes. So yeah, if you're already up at 2x, if you want to exit and go into TET because it's moving more right now, that's an option. But I'm personally going to hold it. I'm personally going to stick with my investment thesis and see it through. And we'll see how we go. But it would have been smarter to obviously go into TET heavy at $10. We've got the same entry on both. Right? We got $10 on space. We got $10 on TET. TET has been outperforming, but space, it did go up 3.5x, and the chart does look pretty good. So you do what you want. I can't give financial advice, but I'm going to see it through. Shout out to Christopher Constance. He says, no time to chat. Just wanted to pop in and let everyone know I'm alive and killing it. Much love. My man, Christopher Constance, all the way from New York, popping in, killing life, doing his thing. Good to see you, my friend. Glad that you're doing well. Niraj says TAN AGRS. So AGRS, heavily shilled AI coin. Apparently this is logical AI. If we look at this chart here, this has been around from 2016, I believe. I'll show you what I mean in a second. And Scorch, we'll look at XAI in a moment. We already looked at XAI earlier in the live stream if you're still watching. All right, these charts aren't giving us much data. Okay, there we go. This is unbelievably slow right now. This internet is absolutely killing me. So yeah, this has been around from 2015, AGRS. Now coming to life. All-time high, $38. All-time low, 2 cents. Currently at $4. Now, if you look at this chart on the Gate.io listing pump, let's go to Uniswap. It's an ERC20 token. $71 million market cap. It's a brutal chart to look at, really. So yeah, I would say that it's in a buy zone. I would say that AGRS is in a buy zone right now. If this is a project that you want to add to your portfolio or increase your position size in, this is in a buy zone. Double bottom, in demand. If you want it, this is an entry. This is at least a time to start buying, right? And then, if you follow a DCA strategy, you buy more as it goes lower. But yeah, below $4 right now in this, the way this chart looks, nice healthy pullback. If you're gonna buy this, now is a time to take a position, add to a position. You get the point of what I'm trying to say. And XAI. So I told you guys earlier that I had a friend that longed XAI on high leverage. And here he is asking me about it in the live stream. XAI looking good. I mean, this is starting to wedge a little bit. All right, starting to wedge. Call it a rising wedge. I mean, the technicals aren't looking too great right now. But the thing is, in a bull market, you're overbought, will stay overbought for a long time before a correction. So on the 4-hour, it is overbought. But nonetheless, yeah, you want to see it basically snap up out of this wedge. You want to see it snap up and attack this wick at 120. From there, if you're on leverage, I would be realizing, you know, basically all the profit at 120 if it does get up here. Fill this wick, it could sweep, then come back down for a period of consolidation. But right now, yeah, I mean, it's looking like it wants to break out and push to 120. We'll see. Let's see. Any thoughts on SMH Space Mesh? So I think that SMH is a good coin. I think it's a good project. Some people think it's a total scam. I think it is just a new concept that people have not seen before. Utilizing your empty storage space on your computer to mine a cryptocurrency. Really strong team. So I think that Space Mesh SMH could be a good play. $33 million market cap, so very low. You only need, say, a $3.3 billion market cap to see a 100x, 1.5 bill to see a 50x. So some money to be made on these coins. Jay Johnson says, always glad to join your live streams. Thanks for all you do. Anton, do you have any VIP group? Yes, I do, Anton. As you can see right here, this is the Crypto Empire Premium Discord group. You can join using the link down in the description below. And shout out to some of my members who have posted reviews. Appreciate you guys. If you guys are in the group and you like it, feel free to leave a review on the Whoop page. I appreciate any feedback, positive or negative. I mean, preferably you like the Discord, which is why you're still in it. Anyways, you can leave a review here on the Whoop page, and it would be helpful to me. But yeah, this is how you join the Discord. Ash says, I haven't learned to pull out yet. LOLs, no pun intended. Hopefully you learn soon, brother. The last thing you need is a few accidents, if you know what I'm saying. But that could be a blessing in disguise, right? Because, I mean, it's not really too bad of a thing, right? Let's see. Tectum. Yeah, I mean, Tectum's bullish. We like it. DJ Stanley. Do you see Tau doing it 15 to 20x and a bull run? I think it is possible. Solarium launched their testnet early. Did you end up buying it? They're using Tesla solar panels as validators. So yeah, SRM. Solarium, definitely a bullish low cap project. Market cap still below 10 mil, I believe. So if you're looking for a micro cap gem, Solarium is it. 6.3 mil market cap. So yeah, if you're looking for a low market cap gem that's got 100x potential still, Solarium, check it out. Again, this is another project I spoke about a month or two ago in a YouTube video talking about some undervalued gems. And yeah, I still think it's an undervalued gem. I think it has the potential to pop. New coin, good narrative. Team is active, team is doing things. It's worth a punt. It's worth at least a small position. Let's see. So we already looked at Delicium AGI. Did you see how big the community behind Solidus AI Tech is? If things listed on Binance, it will skyrocket. Oh, we got another super chat from DJ Stanley. Sorry I missed it, DJ. Do you think Tau... No, we already talked about Tau Coin and Cubic. We saw that. We answered that question. I do think they can 20x. B-Bank. Yeah, B-Bank. I haven't really looked extensively into it, but last time that I checked, it's a solid one. I know it's already exploded, so you do have to be a little bit careful. I don't hold any B-Bank. Listen, I'm gonna focus on my gems and the coins that I like. So they did a token migration, which is why this market cap is so low. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna focus on what I like, and B-Bank isn't on my list personally. I think it would have been a great buy a few months ago, but it's already seen an amazing run already. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the miss. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, let's see. Thoughts on Neutron from Dre. Neutron is very bullish. Neutron is a very bullish project. I've had some hedge fund guys actually say Render and Neutron are the only two altcoins that you need to know about. Words directly from their mouth. Render and Neutron. So yeah, Neutron, thoughts on it, good coin. Should do really well in the bull run. Let's see. D. Jenny from the blockchain says, love Connor's straightforward money-making attitude and conviction. No trolls tolerated. Absolutely not. This is a no troll zone. And I mean, people are free to hate. Right, I'm getting the most hate right now that I've ever gotten in my entire life, and I'm perfectly cool with that because my numbers keep on going up. My subscribers going up. My Instagram followers, right, I'm at 20.3K going up. Portfolio going up. Bank balance going up. Keep on hating. Please keep hating me. Keep giving it to me. I'll keep winning. I use it as fuel, so please keep on coming at me. I love it. Anyways, we are going to go ahead and we're going to wrap up the live stream right now. We've been going for an hour and a half, so I appreciate all you guys being here. I hope you all, if you're in the US, had a great start to your morning with me right here at Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. We covered a lot in this live stream. We looked at a lot of undervalued gems. We talked a lot about different altcoins that have really good potential to do well in this bull run. I hope you learned something. If you're new here and you like the show, you like the channel, you like how I do things, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future content or any future live streams, any important updates, stuff like that. Subscribe to the channel and turn on all bell notifications. Check out the Discord if you're interested, using the link in the description down below. Get the free ebook. If you haven't read the free ebook yet, you should really get on that. But I mean, yeah, we're going to keep on doing what we do here at Crypto Empire. We are focused, we are determined, and we know where we are going. We are not drifting. We are not going with the current. We are going in a clear path, a clear direction towards our goals. And I would love for you to join the journey, join the trip. So subscribe to the channel if you are interested in joining along. Apologies, there's an airplane right now and it's super loud, so I'm going to wait for it to pass. All right, it passed. Cool. Hope you all enjoyed the live stream. It's time for me to go. Have an amazing rest of your day. I'll see you all really soon. Also, if you guys are in Australia, I'm making my return to the land down under in a few days' time. I need a break from Asia. I need a first world country again. So going back to Aussie land, the land down under. If you're there in the Sydney area, let me know. Maybe we'll do a Crypto Empire meetup. Anyways, have a good rest of your day. See you later.